Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Here I am again. It's Terry, and thanks for joining me for another short improv session. It's been a crazy week. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's been a wild, wacky week for me. My wife Vicky has a touch of the COVID or some sort of virus, and it's a little scary. Her symptoms are minor, which is good, and she's isolated to the bedroom, so we Zoom back and forth and pass our meals in and out of the room. But she's doing okay, and she's not in any kind of discomfort. They're just pretty minor symptoms, so that's a good thing. Hope you're all enjoying your sequestration as best you can. A lot of virtual Passover seders and cocktail parties and things like that, and I think those are important to keep our connection with each other. At Irondale we do a weekly company lunch on Fridays, so after this session I'll be joining that later on. And I'm glad you're joining me. I'm scatting while people are gathering a little bit, but welcome if you're here. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to play with stuff. We're going to play with that space stuff. And then for those of you who are partnered in your places of isolation, we'll do a mirror exercise. But I don't know how many of you there are, so we'll save that for later. Let's warm up, shall we? Okay, just find a place to stand. By yourself, where you can breathe. Close your eyes, feet planted firmly on the floor, shoulder width apart. Hands out of pockets or pajamas. And just breathe. And I can't hear you, but give me a little exhalation on a sibilant sound. If you're just joining, we're warming up. We're standing by ourselves with our eyes closed, and we're breathing. Let's go back to a little bit of visualization, shall we? Behind your closed eyes, I want you to see a blank movie screen. It's just a white screen right now. Keep breathing. And now you appear on the screen, and you appear at a specific time in your life when you were really happy. If people are just joining, we're warming up. Close your eyes, breathe a little bit, and see yourself in your imaginary movie, your film, your real self, but at a time in your life when you were very, very happy. Everything was going well. You were at your best in terms of your work, your love life. Choose whatever it was that made you happy at the time. Really see it. Don't try to feel it. Very important. Just see it. Watch it. Watch yourself. And as feelings come up, of course, don't deny them. Who were the people you were with, if you were with anybody? Or maybe you were happy just being alone in a certain beautiful spot. Wherever it was, enjoy that. Watch it. play it out in real time. And always keep breathing and keep that going. What are the colors you see? What are the sounds you hear? This is a special kind of movie, so you can smell things too. What are the smells that come up for you? Great. Let that start to fade away. The screen goes to black. And now you're in another movie, and you're standing outside a door on the threshold of a room. And in that room, that's where that happiness lives. The happiness you just experienced, wherever that was, whatever that was, that's where that feeling exists. It's a place of ultimate creativity, of ultimate joy, of ultimate play. Whatever words you want to use to define it. Optimal experience is another way of defining it. You want to be in that room. And in order to be in that room and not pollute it, leave everything that is preventing that moment of happiness, that feeling of happiness, leave that like baggage outside the door. Shed it. Take it off like a heavy winter coat, and you're going to enter springtime, or you're going to enter the place you really want to be. At your own time, nobody's rushing you into any of this. At your own time, when you are absolutely ready, you've shed all the COVID stuff, the isolation stuff, the stuff that's making you unhappy, then just cross that threshold into that new space and open your eyes and see it as if for the first time. Don't look at it, just really see it. Allow it to come into you. And last week we talked a lot about space, so walk through this space. Penetrate this space a little bit. It is what it is. The space is what it is. It's not Swiss cheese, it's not marshmallows, it's not clouds. It is this thing called space, and we're just going to penetrate it and investigate it and walk through it and experience it. Great. Good. Relax for a second. Last week, we talked about this concept of no motion, and we're going to build on that a little bit today with some exercises. So the first thing I want you to do is revisit that for a minute. And to remind you, or to bring people up to speed, hello, Jordan. It's nice to see you. Or just see your name and your still picture. To bring you up to speed on no motion, just raise your arm up and down and watch it. Watch it go up as far as it wants to go, and watch it go down all the way to your side. Keep watching it, and watch it so specifically that it starts to break up into those little tiny still pictures, the flip book pictures. So you're seeing the stillnesses between the movement. The movement doesn't stop. And yet there are stillnesses. Go as slow as you need to go to really get that feeling. This is a very, very difficult concept sometimes to master. And just repeat to yourself over and over again, no motion, no motion. When you've got that psychophysical feeling going in your arm, take it into the other arm. Get it there. After you do it for a while, it sort of snaps in more easily. And on some days it's easier than others. No motion. Now take that no motion into the walk. So your body is moving in no motion, and you're seeing your space in no motion. And as soon as you lose it, if you lose it, you probably will, that's fine, then just go back to the arm for a second. Get that going. We're going to do this for another minute, and then we'll add an exercise. But it's important to keep going back to these exercises to get ourselves ready to move ahead. Viola Spolin was a genius at that scaffolding. You can't do this till you've done this. Welcome everybody who just joined us. Okay, that no motion thing, you got that going. Now, I want you to decide on an object, an inanimate object. It could be a bowling ball, it could be a peanut butter jar, it could be a tube of toothpaste. You decide on what it is, and then pick it up. It's made out of space. Hold it, look at it, examine it. Now, without manipulating the object, just by handling the object and focusing full body on that object, give that object life through using it, through handling it, through exploring it. The bowling ball, for example, if that were the object, that has life all the way through the use of it, even after it's out of your hand. Put that object into your body. I wish I could see you all. It'd be so much more fun for me. But you can still get this experience. Put that object in your body. Keep using it. Even if it's a small object, a tube of toothpaste, how much of your body can you engage without manipulating it, just by using it? And if using the object moves your body through the space, that's fine. If it's sedentary, if it's in one place, that's also okay. It is what it is. You just keep exploring. Put your full attention on using that space object. And remember, we consider these objects real, but they're made out of space. This is not a mime exercise. We're not showing the object. We are really using the object. Good. Keep going. Another minute, another few seconds. It's sort of a nice, indulgent time to be able to do this. Go back to some of these exercises. Revisit them and explore them. Why are they here? Why are they necessary? Why do they work for actors or for humans? I can tell you're all doing well, though. Okay, put that object aside. Now, I don't know how many of you are partnered up. I don't know if there's a way that you can let me know. If everybody unwaves for a second and then rewaves if you've got a person to play with. I see some people are waving, but I'm going to assume some of you have partners to play with. So let's try this. Let's face your partner. I see people unwaving. Renata's waving. Hi, Renata and Brittany. Okay, so face your partner. Just trying to see if we've got enough people to really... So if people are unwaving, that means you're alone. I see 2 names that have waved, but I don't want to leave anybody out, so maybe I'll do a little course shift here. Well, I'm going to make this up as I go along. So let's try this. Sit in your chair, facing your screen, and mirror me for a second, for a few seconds. Whatever you see me doing, try to mirror me. Great. Keep going. I'm trying not to think about what I'm doing. I'm just doing something. See what you can come up with here. How much of the half body of me that you can see can you mirror? Try to reflect and not follow. I can assure you I've never done this before. But even as my mouth is moving, mirror my lips. Whatever you see, even if it's a mistake, even if it's something I don't mean to do, try to stay with me, reflect in the moment. And if you miss something, that's okay. Just go right back, go right on. Only you know if you're following or you're reflecting. And it's okay, it's wonderful if you miss something, if you don't go back for it. Try to stay very present. Again, my lips are moving because I'm talking to you, so move your lips. Great. I see that Amanda, her partner, was here but left. And Renata says we can teach them later. Yep, that is a good point. Mikey has no partner. Okay, what you're going to do, and I'll, if you can, is when you have a partner, face off, stand about 3 or 4 feet apart. Face off, one of you become the mirror, and the other is the reflector, and try to keep it a reflection instead of following. What do you need to do to make that image work as the illusion of a mirror? Who do you need to focus on, yourself or your partner? And we'll go back, we'll debrief this next week a little bit. But I want to do one more quick exercise that we can do by ourselves because I don't want to end with half the people not being involved. Choose another object, an object that might cause difficulty as you use it. So for me, it was always the dreaded sewing needle, threading a sewing needle. I hated that. Still hate it. Or it could be a stuck jar of peanut butter that you can't open. Something that in its daily use can be difficult. Take a second. Wave at me when you've got one. Thank you, Violet. And Alan Alsterson. Okay. This is a solo exercise. If you got your objects. All right. Now again, they're made out of space, so they have weight, they have substance. If I've got my jar of peanut butter, it's on the table, I pick it up, it's got life to it. Okay, we've already explored that a little bit. It's got a life of its own. It moves my body as I deal with it. Now, it's an object that causes some difficulty. So I want you to focus on the difficulty of that object, whatever it might be. If it's trying to open the jar, don't create it, discover it. Work on that for about a minute and allow that difficulty with that small object, with the sewing needle, with the jar of peanut butter, with the tube of toothpaste that's squeezed all the way down, whatever your thing is. Hey Maddie, I'm glad you're here. But use your whole body to explore that difficulty. Keep working on it. It's not about solving the difficulty. It's not about getting the tube of toothpaste, last drop. It's not about unscrewing the jar. It's not about threading the needle. It's about really making the attempt to do these things. And as the difficulty eases up, if it gets easier, that's fine. Just really work it. We'll take another 30 seconds. Use your whole body to really work that difficulty. Difficulty with a small object. That's what this exercise is called. Another 10 seconds. How much of your body can you engage while you're doing this? And curtain. Well, thank you guys. Thank you all. Hey, it's nice to see some people coming back week to week. I really appreciate that. I hope this is fun and useful for you. I really look forward to it. I am totally enjoying having you in my home. I spent a long time today looking for the right light, but I finally found it. And we are, many of you know that we are going to celebrate Shakespeare's birthday through Zoom, a medium he would have really appreciated. We're going to do 456 minutes of sonnet readings, and we would like you to join us. So please contact Renata at irondale.org, and she will give you a 5-minute time slot. And the only thing we ask is that you read your favorite sonnet and tell us a story. Tell us about why it's your favorite sonnet, or why, or something about your hopes for life after Corona, your surviving during Corona, whatever that may be. So you'll have 5 minutes, and we'll send you the link, and we'll be live streaming this on Facebook and YouTube and other things like that. So please, we want everybody to take part in this. You do not have to be a professional sonnet reader. I think we're going to have some heavy hitters join us from the famous actor world, famous musician world, but we're still working on that. Hey, Alton, glad you're here. You came in late. We're talking about our Shakespeare Sonnet Marathon, April 23rd. If you want to read a sonnet, please, again, contact Renata, that's with one T, RENATA, at irondale.org, and join us on the 23rd for Shakespeare's birthday. Thanks, and I'll see you here next week. We'll do another exercise, and you won't need a partner. We'll figure something out for solos. Thank you, and stay safe, stay healthy. We need to be together after this is all over. Bye.